here. Um, you're hot. You're hot as heck.
I'm
Let me
still
see
hot.
if I can get your name right. Antonio Bavaro Toto Bravissimo.
Yes, or Connie Lingua, or Cunty Linguini, Haley Van Blam, Big Onion, La Bouche, X, Hole, La Motte, Venus. I've been given a lot of names in drag. Like there's like this tradition of like Vogue houses and stuff. You get someone's name, and I've also been. My full name is even longer. Like I must be Satan or something. I don't know.
Bellissimo. Bellissimo. This means good, yes?
Grazie.
Grazie. Good.
Bellissimo means
You're
beautiful, which would also
you
be true.
beautiful. Yeah, I think you're beautiful. Thank you for coming on the show. Can I call you Toto? Does
You
that work?
enjoy landscape? Yes. Is this better? Is this preferred? Yeah,
That's
it's
way
YouTube.
better. Yeah, that's way better. We can see you way better. So it's hot there. It's 40 degrees and you're in Italy?
It was 40 degrees earlier. The sun is starting to set. Like you can
Good.
see some of the. There didn't used to be this much air pollution when I was a kid. Up on the, you can
Wow.
barely
I
see.
can't really see it. It's kind of it's too bright for us to see the pollution. What's causing it? Is it people driving their cars?
There's a lot more people with cars.
More people with
I don't know.
cars?
Since I was here, I came here in 1990 without my parents and my grandparents. That changed me for life. That was such an experience.
And you
And
you have a one-man show, don't you? That's about your sort of familial experience. Is that
yeah,
true?
yes,
Okay.
Nona's story. I've noticed like there's been a lot more likes of it on Facebook as like
Good. Yeah,
mostly
yeah.
from distant family because I have from after Italy, like a lot of places after the war, and this really was a war torn country.
Yeah.
That like
And
they left.
it's about your Nona
It's
or
about my grandmother. It's about the immigrant experience. It's about
wonderful.
just my personal
Your journey? Yeah.
history. Really about it's honoring women.
Awesome.
Um, I
Awesome.
come from a hell of a lot of really strong women and men,
Good. Yeah.
and yeah, I'll do it again. I'm looking to like because
Yeah.
theater, especially in Naples, which is an hour away, is
Oh,
so
wonderful. Wonderful.
prolific here. I want to get it translated in Italian and Neapolitan, which is our language.
Wonderful.
Yeah, one of the million things I want to do that
Yeah.
hopefully I'll.
So did you grow up in Italy or did you grow up in Canada?
I
Um,
grew up mostly in the Edmonton area, in Little
Edmonton.
Italy in Edmonton,
Little
and then
Italy. Yeah.
outside of Sherwood Park, and
Yeah.
then spent summers. Sorry, this is gonna be a card. This is like small town, Little
Yeah.
Italy. One
I like
one
Edmonton. I went to school there and I think you're a Grant MacEwan grad. Is that correct?
2007. I
2007?
I really we were Tim Ryan's second last year before he
Oh, God rest his
passed
soul.
away.
Yeah, Tim Ryan, he basically created that program from scratch, and he's God rest his soul. He was a big mentor for me.
Yeah, me too. Do better. At the time, I freaked out. Like I remember learning the choreography, him and Cindy. I was also on steroids at the time. My boyfriend was
Oh,
pushing me. Not that I mean things. First time I've ever, only time I've ever done that because I was the stripper in the full Monty, and
okay.
so I needed to
Yeah,
be fit, and I did that gay thing, that
yeah,
where I want to be fit, muscly, blah blah blah. But
yeah.
it made me really emotional. And I remember once they were like, "Oh, you just do the choreography," and I had like a big like testosterone like man tantrum, and then they brought me outside. You gotta fucking do better. What the? I remember how hardcore it was,
Yeah,
but that prepared me for so much to create, to work for other people in theater, film, and
yeah,
television, also
yeah.
work for myself.
I just
Um,
noticed your shirt says still in Edmonton. I love that. That's great.
I didn't want to go in full drag. I wanted to be somewhat me. I just came out of the bath. I went to the beach yesterday in Salerno. I
Yeah,
still
you look
burn a
lovely.
little
You look
bit,
tanned. Yeah, you look great. I
but
should give a shout out. I have to give a shout out to Andrea Rabinovich. She created the Grant MacEwan. Yeah, hi Andrea. Thank you for creating the alumni group page on Facebook. If you're an alumni of Grant MacEwan, uh, Toto can be your example here. Come on the show. We'll talk to you. We'll talk about your one man show or one woman show. Um, Speaking of women, you're a big fan of a dead comedian known as Joan Rivers.
Oh, you want to hear my best Joan Rivers story?
Yes, yes, tell us. Yeah.
You know what? I'll tell you. I don't care. Like, I hope because on talk show, if I ever get on a TV talk show or whatever, if they don't, all the American ones don't get canceled first.
It's happening,
uh,
yeah.
so you will be the first one officially. Here it goes. Okay, so Grant MacEwan. I don't know if you guys did this at the end of the year. You auditioned for the Scottish Royal Academy in Performing Arts for the 12-month Masters in
I didn't do
Glasgow.
that. I auditioned for national, didn't get in,
Okay.
but no, we didn't do the Scottish thing. No, no.
We did that. I did the audition. I didn't get in because I'm a delicacy. And but
Too El
several of
Dante. He's too El Dante. We can't take
El
him.
Dente,
Yeah,
you betcha,
yeah,
baby.
yeah.
But several of my friends, Bobby Callahan, Brennan Campbell. Shit, I'm getting older. I'm forgetting people's words. Like
How old are you? What are you, 25? Come on.
I'm a lot older than I look.
You look
But that's
young. You look young, man. Don't worry about it.
if you listen to the beginning of your own show, you'll find out I wasn't 18 when I started or when I graduated. Let's just say that. It's not me
You
killing.
were 17? You graduated 17?
They only love you when you're 17. When you're 21, you're no fun. Anyways,
I
but I
just
was
wrote smart water on here. It's backwards, but does that work if you just write smart water on it?
Jennifer Aniston has been in my mind for the past few years for I don't know whatever reason, but that's
Yeah.
fine. Bless her soul. So yeah, some of my friends got in, and the other people from the year above us, they were dating, so a whole bunch of them did it. And I was going to Italy again for the same year, and then for the first time I left Italy, well, and Vatican City in San Marino, and then went to France with my friend Natalia Lindbergh, who's super fabulous, and then went up to England and went up right up to Scotland for the Fringe Festival there, where
In
my
Edinburgh.
friends
Yeah.
were doing
The
their show.
greatest fringe festival in the world is in Edinburgh, Scotland. Yeah.
Naples just did their first one this year.
So were
So
you in that? Did you do your Nona
I
show
did
at,
do a workshop. I found
Oh,
out when I
good.
was at this
Good.
traditional Camuriata dance, the Giulianese workshop, that this was part of the Naples Fringe, the first one. And I was like, wow, things are working for me and for the world. Like I'm believing that. Sometimes
Yeah.
they feel
Yeah.
really horrible, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
I
mean,
go to
the world is
Scotland.
unfolding as it should, and you'll get your comeuppance. I think there's a lot of world shifting happening. Yeah, you'll get it. Don't worry, man. It'll happen.
I know it's happening, but that's the scary thing of someone who's been a self saboteur for so long. Oh, did I lose you?
No, no, I'm still here. I'm still here. The connection's choppy.
Sorry, my
It's a little
battery
choppy. Yeah.
warning. Sorry, I gotta check the battery is full. I have it
Yeah.
plugged in, but
Maybe
anyway, so yeah,
it's a little choppy. It's okay. This is the lowest budget
a
show on
plane.
the internet, so it doesn't matter. We expect things like this to happen.
I highly, I highly doubt that. But yeah, so I go to Scotland. I meet up with them. Half of them are doing just like Grant MacEwan for their show, like this beautiful whaling. It's about whaling and this boy and his father and his grandfather, and it's really creepy and cool, dramatic. And then half of them are doing Xanadu, which is like Xanadu. It's a musical. It was amazing, but it's
Oh, I
this
love Xanadu.
political.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Xanadu is this political satire, and a lot of suffragettes use this 130 years ago they'd be like, "Oh, here is a world where women have all the power to vote, and men have to stay at home and do nothing and have no rights at all." From so in this Xanadu, it's in a high school where everybody's gay. Everybody's gay. There's no straight people. The teachers, the students, and there is a come si dice. There is. I lost script. Sorry, there was like a cute guy walking by, but I think it's one of my friends. So I should.
You were distracted. There's distractions there. Near Naples, there's
Italy
distractions.
so distracting. So was Canada, but anyway. But anyway, but then there's just magical fairy played by the fabulous Bobby Callahan. He is just one powerhouse. And he was Xanadont, the fairy, who has the magical powers to do anything. But then in the story, there has to be conflict. A man and a girl and a boy fall in love, and they keep it secret, and they tell Xanadont, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry," and he's like, "Oh my God, but I'm worried for them. I don't know. I'm just so happy for them to tell somebody, but then somebody tells somebody, and then a bunch of like violence, heterophobia comes out, and people want to
Okay.
they start getting beat
So
up.
is
And
it
like
sort of
families,
echoes of Romeo and Juliet a little bit, like Montagues and
kind of, yeah, but it's in
Capulets,
high school,
sort of?
and they go. The music, it was amazing, and it was very like surreal. And then they
Yeah.
had to run away together, and yeah, they went to kill. They
Okay.
jump off a cliff, and Xanadu gets there
Oh dear.
just
Oh,
in
don't do it.
time
Don't do it.
to be like, "Oh my God, I want to save them from their fates. I just wish they could live in a world where their love was safe." And then
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
sacrifice everything. I'm getting goosebumps, and then everything
Yeah.
changes to our world, where straight people are the majority, and he
Yeah.
loses all of his magical powers, and he's the most flamboyant person on earth.
Yeah.
So they got
Yeah.
rave reviews, they got 5 stars, and the Edinburgh Fringe, there's like 10,000 shows in a month. It was insane. So I saw it 3 times, and I would come early, before they opened the doors, because my friends were in the cast and the crew.
Yep.
And I was really excited because Joan Rivers was playing a stand-up show in a
Oh,
venue
wow.
that was a
Wow.
inflatable cow, a purple cow called the Udderbelly. And it was really amazing. And all the like West End London theater people come to see. Ciao, Domenico. Our friend just came home from New York. I was scared for him. I was like, don't get stuck in a concentration camp. Then, yeah, and so all these bigwigs from the London theater come, the West End, because they do a lot of their castings direct from there. And a lot of these people got cast for the West End for several years. And anyway, so I'm in the last closing night. I have to go back to England to catch my flight back to Canada after 2 months in Europe. And it was I'd never done that much traveling before, so I was very exhausted. And yeah, and then I'm sitting there, and then they open the doors, house open. And then I hear blah, 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 blah. And then the doors swing open here, blah, 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 blah. I turn around, I noticed, I'm like, oh my
You
God.
recognize the
I
voice.
turn
Yeah.
around,
Yeah.
the voice walks in Joan Rivers herself. I'm verklempt, evidently, on the arm of none other than Whoopi Goldberg.
Wow.
And they go, Benvenuti bello. And then and I'm
Wow.
like, oh my God. And I sit down, and then they're like assistants walk in after them. No one else is in the theater. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. They sit 2 rows behind me in the center. I'm like I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. And then a couple more people come in, and they're talking, and I'm just trying to like read the program and be like, oh my God, I'm so lucky. And then I hear I'm like, I can't hold it in any longer, Whoopi. You sitting there, right there. Who are you? You know who I'm talking to, wearing the gayest shirt ever. And I was wearing the shirt that I got at the Paris flea market for €5. It was a white long sleeve, like cotton tight t-shirt with black pentagrams on it,
Oh,
linked
near. Oh
by
no. Oh no.
neon rainbows, and people in the streets of Glasgow would stop me, and they would be like, sorry. And Joan was like, honey, sweetie, okay, you look like a unicorn raped you, consensually, of course, and then it came inside
Consensually.
of you, and then you puked, and then it ate your puke with its cum, and then you both made out, and then you shat all over each other and stat, and all the rainbows, unicorns, and then you licked its horn, and then you farted rainbows, and out came this shirt. Something like
She's
that.
hilarious.
And
God
so
rest her
I
soul.
thought,
She was great.
one of the most, as a queer person and as an entertainer in general, as a drag queen, getting read to filth from a gay ass shirt by Joan Rivers was one of the holiest and most profane moments of my life. And the whole time, and then they're asked like, "Where are you from? Why are you here? You're American." I'm like, "I'm from Alberta, Canada." My Canadian accent, and like, "Oh,
Alberta
what the
accent.
fuck?" And I tell them what's going on. So, and they're like, "Oh," and then they get really quiet. you know what? You're gonna do great. You're a stud. You're gonna do great. And we're talking, and Whoopi this whole time is stoned as fuck. She's wearing dark sunglasses, but she's so stoned. I can see how red, bloodshot her eyes
Of
are.
course she's stoned. Yeah.
Just like nodding. But then we're talking a little bit. More people are coming in, and then the there's more elevated sounds because they can see who's there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then in comes in Kevin Spacey. Kevin
Oh.
fucking
Uh-oh.
fucking
Did he
Spacey.
touch you inappropriately?
You gotta listen to the story. Um, and then he comes down and he sits 2 rows behind us, or beneath me. So I'm in between Kevin Spacey and Joan Rivers and Whoopi
Wild.
Goldberg. And
Wild.
they, sorry, get out of my head, demons. Demons are like, you're wasting this story. I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not. We're getting it out there.
Getting
And
it out
then
there.
I'm
Yeah.
like, and
Yeah.
then he's like, hi, Joe. Hi, Joan. Hi, Whoopi. And he's like, yeah, you in front, down in front. And then he starts trying to talk to me. And I'm like flabbergasted because I had on the entrance flight when they still had the entrance movie that you would all watch together to Frankfurt and then Italy was American Beauty. I had never seen before. And that super sexy scene when he's like lifting weights and the gay character's like taking photos of it and then goes jerks off in the garage behind the garage door of him or
That's a
whatever.
really great movie,
And then
actually.
I went after I watched that. Yeah, it is. And then I jerked off in the fucking plane bathroom, of course. And
Mile
then,
High,
like I
Mile
may
High,
do every
High
time or
Solo
not,
Club. Yeah. Yeah.
if you can't love yourself in a plane bathroom, how the
You can't
hell are
love
you gonna love
anyone if you
anybody
can't
else
love
in a plane
yourself,
bathroom?
right? Yeah. On
So
that
then I
subject,
think
I
he's
think I'm
trying to
asexual after COVID. I think I'm totally asexual now. COVID did that to me.
that should happen. We can talk about that after too. It might be the
Great
ascension
headshot,
process.
by the way. You sent me a
I
headshot. It's really great. I love it. I'm gonna post that probably to Instagram and Facebook once this show airs. Um, I have to ask
I'm
you since you're
beautiful,
here,
Linda
what's your favorite
Evangelista.
musical? Do you have a favorite musical, Toto?
Yeah. Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Hedwig? Yeah, that's a great one.
Hedwig, definitely Hedwig. Oh,
Hedwig, have you played that character? Would you want to?
Hedwig is I did. I toured it for my first uh French tour.
Yeah.
Mm. My first Fringe tour, I toured Montreal and Edmonton, and I co-produced it with my best friend Brendan Halama. We went to go see it at the Princess. I think it was at the Princess or the Garneau in 2000. I was at school at ABJ in Sherwood Park, Archbishop Jordan. You know, I was out in high school, was gay, and I was,
I've
I
always
got
dreamed of
beat
I've
up
always dreamed of
several
producing falsettos. Do you know
times.
falsettos?
I was a bit of a mean girl. Sometime, I hope. I hope I get to die. Anyways, again. Anyways, but yeah, I did that. It was amazing. I got to also meet Sukyin Lee and John Cameron Mitchell in Montreal.
Wild.
And
Wild.
Sukyin Lee at the end of the concert was like, she had dropped MDMA and she was like, I'm doing some MDMA now. My show's done. Woo. And she was high as fuck and came up to us when we were talking and she was all sweaty already. And she was like, you two are like two peas in a pod. And they invited us to the after party with Final Fantasy. What's his name? Owen Pallett. But then my friends were, of course, we got to go home. And who was like walking like a block behind us? But what was that guy, that filmmaker, the Quebecois filmmaker? What's his name? L'amour et I don't know. He's the young guy. He's younger than me. He makes all those Quebec films. I don't remember. He's in Cannes all the time. I don't remember his
I
name,
don't
but he
know.
was
I
he's
don't know.
gay. I don't know. English Canadians are really bad at knowing Canadian culture. And I feel like it's getting worse actually with all this bullshit, the dumpster fire in the
Yeah,
United
speaking of
States.
Canadians that nobody knows of, Sean Cullen is sort of I'm trying to get Sean Cullen on this show. I'd love
From
to
who's
have
way?
I'd love to have Tim Dillon. Do you know who Tim Dillon is? He's a gay
Tim Dillon.
comedian from Long Island.
I don't know. No.
You don't know him? Yeah, he's He's really funny. I tried to get him canceled for a while, and then I sort of turned and said, well, maybe he's all right. I was
Why did
playing
you cancel
social
him?
justice
I
warrior
didn't
for a
want to
while.
cancel him.
Well, he said some mean things on the internet, so I was trying to get him canceled. He was suggesting that someone should murder the founder of Patreon for a while. He was kidding, of course, and I was kidding when I was trying to cancel him. But you should check out his stuff. He actually invented fake business. Have you heard of fake business, Tito?
No, Tito. I like that. You can call me that.
Or
Only you
sorry,
can call.
Toto. Is that is your nickname Toto? Tito Toto. Is your nickname Toto because you like Wizard of Oz? I love the Wizard of Oz.
No, Toto,
No?
Toto, Tonio. It's a derivative of Antonio.
Toto.
So
Okay. Toto. I
yeah,
love
it's
that.
just
I think that's great. I
another
played the
form.
Tin
It's like
Man in played the Tin Man in Wizard of Oz, which was a great show to be in. I recommend it. You're a Lana Del Rey fan.
uh, not
Uh,
really.
no?
I remember when Karl Lagerfeld called her tits and lips and a voice on a stick. I remember
That's so mean.
it
That's
was
so
mean,
mean.
but he was a fucking cunt. Like
She
that's
she worked
like
very hard. She worked very hard to get on the show. I
I
would love
think
to
so.
have her as a guest. I'd have her on.
We don't. We just have to let everyone know we don't work for Tim Dillon or Lana Del Rey. We don't work for them
No,
yet.
not a
Uh,
sponsor yet. Not a sponsor
no,
yet.
I remember Connie Francis is where I got my drag name Connie Lingua, and that's spelled with an
Connie
I.
Lingua. Okay. Oh, I
Uh,
should say, Toto, you're the first drag queen we've had on this show. So congratulations for being
oh,
brave and coming on Gong Show Tarot. Um, Thank you very much for doing this. I really appreciate it because it's not easy. It's hot there, and it is retrograde, so it's people are working through shit. So thanks for coming on.
I'm
Uh,
working through well, and you know what? Like whatever about this life is real and isn't real, or we're manifesting the future, the past, and the present. Like it's nice to have connections and like
yeah,
even if
yeah,
I fucked up, even if I like pushed away all my protectors and guardians and like I'm a cyborg or whatever, or like I'm a ghost. It doesn't matter to me.
doesn't
To me,
matter.
this is,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah,
get
and
to
I think
share.
I think it's important. Like I see that you're talking about Gaza. I don't want to get too political, but thank you for doing that because people are starving. We can't forget that. In Canada we have a pretty easy life, but people are starving in certain parts of the world,
Most
like
of,
Gaza, Haiti,
most of,
places like that.
I, are, there are, I was working with a great organization, YEG, Water Warriors YEG, totally organized by Indigenous women. And they total donation based food, blankets, clothes, shoes, harm reduction supplies, water. It all started with water because they shut down all the water fountains in
I know.
Edmonton.
Yeah, it's terrible.
They didn't replace them. And it's getting as bad as Vancouver, and it's not the same weather. It is not the same weather.
It's
And I
cold here,
understand,
actually. It's been
maybe
cold here the
maybe
last
Earth
couple
is
of days.
well, the past couple of winters, we've had clients missing fingers, toes, ears, noses from frostbite, or they are burnt. They're covered in third-degree burns because they they were lighting a fire in their plastic tent and it started on fire. Mostly
Yeah,
indigenous people. And I
yeah,
understand we're on Earth, maybe it's a learning experience. But this
yeah.
is maybe it's all a learning experience,
It's
and we
happening
come
in
from the
Canada.
other
Yeah, it's
dimension.
happening it's all over North America. It's happening. I saw people freeze to death. There was at least one person freezing to death in northern BC every night. And and then they call the emergency after the fact, but it's like we have to help these people before it's too late.
And we have
In
to help
Edmonton,
ourselves.
Winnipeg, people freeze every night probably. In the winter time, there's probably people freezing to death every night. And it's a tragedy that's happening right in our country, right under our noses, and people don't talk about it. Um, you know,
I feel like people have sacrificed because of all the fear with COVID that happens every 90 years. There's a flood, there's a famine, there's a disaster, there's a war, there's a disease. And the Etruscans predicted that cycle, that 90-year cycle, and the Romans took over from them. They were like, "Oh, let's invent the number 100, so they could have 5 years to plan, divide and divest before whatever happens and
Yeah,
after."
yeah. Divide
So,
and
and like
conquer.
they used to,
There's a lot of divide and conquer happening.
yeah, and there's a lot of people like I'm probably an example of this. Like I'm here back in I'm Irish, English, Scottish, Welsh, Italian, but I'm here in most
What a
what I
combo.
feel is really comfortable in my culture. And a lot of people, yes, but it's pretty popular, I guess. Thank God I deleted my 23andMe data. There was a whole scandal of that. Oh my God. Gangsters are now digital medical programmers and shit. It's
Yeah.
fucked. But yeah, we have to support each other and connect with our ancestry, connect with the
Yes.
earth, connect with the stars, but also we can't separate from the people who are different from us. Hulk Hogan, this Hulk Hogan
Yeah, he died
died, and
recently.
Ozzy
Ozzy
Osbourne.
Osbourne. We're losing a lot of people.
But we get to know about it more. Like media is more
Mm.
disseminated. Sometimes I think words in French or Italian or Spanish first, and it doesn't work out altogether in my head.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Well, anyways,
I
I
don't
think that's where fake business comes in because fake business
know.
is disruptive. Peaceful
Hashtag fake.
protest doesn't work anymore. So basically, fake business,
Mm.
and practicing fake business might be the best form of protest because if we can't beat these oligarchs the old-fashioned way by protesting in the streets, then maybe we can beat them at their own game by launching like hundreds of fake businesses.
Yeah, and I saw something else. I saw something about anti-branding on my Instagram. There's all
Anti-branding
these.
is another one. That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really important. But there's also these traditional ways that were known thousands and tens of thousands of years ago.
Mhm.
Something was calling me stupid. They were like, "You're stupid. You're stupid.
Mm.
Stop talking. Shut up." But I'm a speaker, and I gotta speak. I listen to what I can, and I
You're a
might have
talker.
implants in my teeth. I don't in my eyelids. I don't know if these are gifts or curses, if they're targeted individual stuff or they're blessings. I don't know. Maybe they're both. I'm trying
I
to be
can see
grateful
you,
for all.
Toto Bravissimo. I can see you being very successful in film. You've got a good look for that, so I think you should audition like crazy for that kind of stuff. You can do
Thank you.
comedy, you can do drama, no problem. Do you have are you a Harry Potter fan? Are you a Hufflepuff? Are you a Slytherin? Do you fall into any of those categories?
I think I did the test once. I think when those Facebook tests that stole all your data, privacy data,
Of
first
course
came
they
out,
did.
I think I did. I didn't read the books when I was in high school. Everyone was obsessed with the books. I saw the movies. I haven't seen any of the other movies or whatever, or video games or blah 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 blah. Also, I want to support people, but the whole thing about what's her name being anti-trans,
J.K. Rawlings.
like yeah, J.K.
Did I get
Rowling's.
her
I
name
just
right?
kind
I
of
think I did. Yeah.
yes, I don't know. I just kind of stopped caring. I don't want to believe in this.
Yeah.
It's because it's from her saying that, from her being like that, and having this whole story about the war versus good and evil. Those who self-service versus the war of service to others, the higher and the lower dimensions. Dark and good magic. Where maybe some of these people in Slytherin, and I shit in Sir. Well, I don't shit on serpents a lot. I love snakes. I might not like all beings any of the time, or I might not like any being all the time, including myself, but I'm trying,
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Well, that's all you can do. And I
But
think some of this stuff is
yeah,
divide and conquer. Like I'm trying to get Emma Watson on the show. I was talking to fake Emma Watson, because AI is getting really good at faking celebrities. Have you talked to any
oh
fake
yeah,
celebrities?
they do. I don't know. I've got sometimes I have a little bit of a wary. I against when someone messages me on Instagram, your tarot or whatever, something's calling me stupid. And
Yeah.
there's always some spirit or some alien calling me stupid. It's
Well, just ignore those
always,
guys.
or
You
I'm
know,
totally crazy, or
yeah,
both.
just
I
ignore
don't.
those guys. You're doing great. Keep auditioning. Keep doing your shows. Don't doom scroll. Drink your smart water. Stay hydrated. I wanted to
Yeah.
ask you, Toto.
Oh, that reminds.
Um, I play a gay character. His name is Craig Henning. He's an openly gay trucker. Do you have any tips for me in terms of playing gay? Like, is there any tips that you have for me?
Ciao Luca. Oh, scusa, solo faccio un'intervista. Scusa, sono famoso,
Oh,
molto
he's
famoso.
distracted. There's some attractive people there. He's
Yeah,
distracted.
yeah. I, I'm like, oh, sorry, neighbors. I'm very famous. I'm doing an interview. But we were talking about Harry Potter, something. I don't remember. What was your question? Sorry.
I play an openly gay trucker on
And
YouTube. I have these little sketches I do. Do you have any tips for me?
oh, trucker. Yes. So, get a mustache, a big
Get a
handlebar
mustache? Okay.
mustache. Listen to the listen to the Eagles a lot.
The Eagles.
And
Okay.
put your meth directly into your Red Bull mixed with your Mountain Dew. Okay. You got to
With the
dissolve
Smith.
the meth into your energy drink combo. Okay.
All right. I'll
Great.
do the first two. I'll do the mustache and
Yeah.
I can listen to the Eagles. I'll do those two.
Well,
All right.
I don't know how method you are, pun intended, but yeah. But
I
you
didn't hear that
also
part.
make sure you put your Viagra behind the rear of your mirror or whatever. What
Sage
do you think
advice.
they do at truck stops? Why do you think Freddie Mercury wanted to come back
I don't want to know.
and
I don't want to
for
know what they
a
do at
second
truck
tour?
stops because I do know.
Well, now you
All
have a
right,
bit of an
Toto. I've
idea.
got I've got some
I
animal
told you
spirit guide cards here.
very bad. I'm
I'm gonna
busy
pick a
until
card
8
for you.
p.m. Sorry. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna pick a card. This is the
Yeah,
Animal
I
Spirit
told you I'm
Guide
busy
Pocket
until
Deck
8.
by Kim Kranz.
Sorry,
We're gonna pull a card
Parents
for
don't
Toto.
understand.
I
Okay, energy
want to
connecting.
have you on again, Toto, for a second part. I'm running out of time because I don't have premium Zoom.
Oh, I get that. I
Ba
get
ba
that. For my
ba,
Akashic
hummingbird.
records
You got the
reading.
hummingbird. That's a great card.
Duh. Yeah. Duh.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna look this one up. Boop, boop, boop. Does that resonate with you, Toto? Hummingbird?
Not the first time I've gotten that. Yeah.
Let's see what it says.
I'm gonna
Positive,
cry, but I have no tears to.
positive, enthusiastic, spiritually resourceful. Inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. The hummingbird's secret is that it has learned where to gather nectar, and it returns to these sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. This sacred elixir springs from many sources, but usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Follow the way of the hummingbird, and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet, every moment worth savoring. So carpe diem, Toto. Seize the day. Seize the day.
Rock. I love that.
You got a great look, buddy.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
telling
a
you,
good
audition
reminder.
for film and television, and they will cast you like you wouldn't believe. I love the look.
The movie
Thanks
that I
for coming on. I know it's hot, and
thank you.
yeah. Do you have any questions for me before we go?
Where's the gong? Were you gonna kick me off after the first 2 minutes if I was?
Good question. Yeah, I got to get a gong. I got to get a gong. So if you're watching this and you want to order a gong for me on Amazon, just have it shipped over. Just send me a message on Instagram. I'm
Let's.
at cosmic.threader and follow Toto. He's on there too. What's your handle on Instagram, Toto? Toto
Bravissimo.
Bravissimo.
Yeah, and on
Toto Bravissimo. Thanks for coming on, man. Have a
Facebook, the
great
Connie
night.
Lingua official.